All right. We should be streaming. We should be streaming now. This is kind of a new setup because we might be streaming. We should be streaming to Twitch as well. So there's like a whole new couple of bars set up in OBS Studio, and I don't really know what they mean, but uh, we hold on. We should be streaming. We should be streaming. So we're gonna jump right into a game. This is day 5 of attempting to climb in the Mega Draft League. I don't know whether or not the goal I set of top 10K is too ambitious, because I've never finished in the top 10K in any kind of Clash Royale finish except for Merge Tactics, which doesn't really count. I've never gotten to Ultimate Champion either, so maybe finishing in the top 10,000 is a little bit of an ambitious goal, but that's still the goal. That is still what we're going to aim for. And there's a lot of interesting win conditions here. There's some swarm win conditions like skeleton barrel and pigs. There's some tanky win conditions. A couple giants. Recruits are there as well. I think we're going to take guards and delivery, just because both of those are pretty annoying cards to get through. So if we can take them, then our defense should be pretty solid. I think we'll probably draft a spell next. Vines is there. Vines is actually one of the first. I haven't really seen Vines in here at all, really. So we'll actually take Rascals just for the Boss Bandit and the Dark Prince, and then yeah, we will take Vines as well. I think we might need another small tank just for this guy's deck is a little bit interesting. Recruits and Boss Bandit and Goblins. So we definitely need some splash cards, and there's not a ton of splash that I'm seeing here. So we might take Cannon card, because that should do well against both. And then I guess we'll take Monk as well, just because he's another tank. We might need that as a backup. And he's taking a ton of splash cards. So, but there's not really a splash card on the board we can really take, it seems. I guess we'll take Snowball for the skeleton barrel, and I still don't know what the last pick is going to be. Maybe a building would be nice. Maybe we could get. Okay, he's going to take the building. I mean, he doesn't have a big spell, so maybe something like a furnace would be good. I don't think we don't really have a win condition, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we do have enough annoying cards that it should be annoying to deal with at the least. We'll go with this just in case he decides to dash backwards. And now we'll go with, I guess we'll wait for a second. Alright, not bad. We can go with this in the back, because we know he doesn't have a big spell for it. And we might end up going for like a Monk in front and reflecting, just to make this more of a, more threatening. We'll do that as well, just to be a little bit more annoying Furnace should help out against both lanes here. And we're looking good. We'll save the snowball for the skeleton barrel. Hopefully we can keep the furnace alive and just kind of chipping away as much as we can. Alright. This is pretty good. I guess we'll go for guards on this. And we're pretty much even in damage as of right now. And we'll go for this on this side, just because this should still kind of help against both. And that's okay, that's going to drop over there, which is good for us. And we'll kind of just go with this on the other side just to hopefully force out something. And I think we'll go for a delivery as well, just because we do have the snowball for this. And we'll go with a monk in front also. Just because that should okay, a little late on the mortar, but it'll still reflect the tower, and one of the guards is on the tower, so that is actually going to get a ton of damage. We're looking pretty good so far, as long as we can... Okay, I was going to say, hopefully that doesn't splash the tower. I mean, as long as we can keep defending, then shouldn't be a problem. We have a couple of furnaces coming the other way, and we'll go guards as well, just in case he wanted to go with a boss bandit or something, and he's going to go with it over there. And the furnaces are going to go to work at the other end, and I think that's going to do it. I realize I haven't used my vines once, and I guess I haven't really needed to, because that we have enough counters for the boss bandit and whatnot. We have 2 monks on the board now. I think as soon as this crosses, we'll reflect, and that'll get a little bit more damage. And the rascal boy's gonna be on the tower, so that's gonna do it. That's gonna start the stream off on a win. It's good. That's what we want. Oh, we are going to get our lucky drop as well. And this thing, whatever this is. I don't know, I never understand what the difference is between the chests. Like, every season there's, you know, like a seasonal chest, there's different colored chests and different colored lucky drops. And I haven't really looked a lot into, like, they probably just have different rewards, different chances to unlock certain things. So, but I would assume that's what it is. Maybe there's a higher chance to unlock, a higher chance to unlock Ice Golem or Wizard cards for this season. With this, we'll go with Poison as our spell, and then we'll do Berserker as well, just for the miner, just because there's not a ton of. Doesn't seem like. Okay, he's gonna take that, so we. I guess we'll take. Kind of a. I don't normally draft P.E.K.K.A. or Tombstone, but we'll draft. We'll draft both, and then if he doesn't draft Wizard, then we will, just to have a little bit of, just to have some kind of splash killing. Hopefully he leaves. Hopefully he leaves that on the board. I think that had to be a. Surely he just didn't pick in time, and the computer gave that to him, because there's no way he actually drafted Expo with Hog Rider. But I'm not gonna judge him. Maybe that's what he wants. Archer Queen is gonna be a bit annoying, just because we don't. There's no big spell on the board, but we'll draft Wizard, and then we'll draft Vines as well, just to hopefully hold the Archer Queen in place if he uses the ability, and it might be good to reset the Expo as well. We don't really have much of a win condition though, so. And I think either our opponent has. He might have lagged out. It doesn't seem like he's here. Speaking of lagging out, hopefully the connection and the Wi-Fi for us is okay, because I should be streaming to Twitch now as well, which I think will probably it should. I would assume that would kind of slow the connection a little bit and take up twice as much, whatever. So hopefully the connection is fine. And maybe for our last pick, I mean, our deck is already super heavy. Maybe we go with. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with Rage as well. We don't really have much of a. We don't have like a set win condition right now. I would say P.E.K.K.A. is kind of our main way of getting damage, it seems, but who knows? We have Rage in there kind of as a wild card, so we'll see what we can make happen. And I don't know if our opponent is here. He wasn't really drafting, and now he hasn't played anything. So we might just be able to get a quick 3 crown and move on. And that looks like what's gonna happen. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not complaining at a free win. So we will go 2 wins in a row to start the stream, and now we're kind of up where we started however long ago. I think last stream we started at 1680, and now we should be at 1650, so we're still slightly down from where we were in the last stream, but we're better off than we were when we started. So and this is kind of an interesting. This is an interesting pool of cards. We'll take Bar Barrel to start. It seems like there's a good amount of swarm cards on. Like there's a good amount of goblins and Mother Witches on the board as well. But he does have Fireball, so if he does end up going kind of the swarm route, I don't know if it would be worth it to take Mother Witch, just because of just because of the fireball, but I guess we'll take. I guess we'll take Prince as well. Just we have a couple heavy hitting cards. All right, he's gonna take Rocket and Fireball, which makes you think he's gonna pick Three Musketeers just because he picked both big spells. So I don't know. You would think he'd now. Oh, I meant to pick the Spirit Empress there, and we'll get a Fire Spirit, which is not bad, I guess. That's a pretty good answer for the Goblin Gang. And he's laughing at us already, so we'll take the Bomb Tower just for some splash. And this guy's a yapper. We'll yap back at him with the Lumberjack. Yeah, it seems like he's just going Swarm cards and a couple big spells, so you almost don't want to pick Mother Witch just because he's gonna Fireball it every time. And Boss Bandit. Okay, I mean we do have a couple of spells. We'll take Goblin Curse instead of Mother Witch, just because we'll be able to turn his cards against him, and he's not going to be able to Fireball a Mother Witch. And then this is a little bit of a risky play, but we'll take Spirit Empress as well. And I think for the last card, okay, yeah, we all knew he was gonna pick that. I think for the last card we will take Giant, just for that the beatdown element, being able to put it in front of a Prince or a mini P.E.K.K.A. And he's going to take a building. So I don't know how I feel about this draft. This one might be a little bit difficult to win. All right, he's shushing us. We'll kind of keep our Prince in hand just in case he decides to spam Boss Bandit, because right now that's our only mini tank we have in hand. So we'll start building up a little bit of a push. If he wants to go Boss Bandit, we have Prince for it. I also have to be careful not to put the troops too close together, just because he does have Rocket. So if we bunch up a bunch of troops all together, he's just gonna be able to rocket them. We'll just go Bar Barrel for this, assuming he doesn't go with anything else. Of course he will. We'll go with a Bar Barrel anyway. And this is actually not good at all. Yeah, we're gonna lose our whole tower there. Alright. Not a good start. Next time we might have to, I don't know if Bomb Tower is going to help out. Thanks. Okay. Alright. This is we're up against that kind of guy. Oh, Three Musketeers is rough. We don't have, I don't know what kind of answers we have. You already know he's gonna go with a Boss Bandit in front. Honestly, we'll have to. Really? He's just gonna Three Musketeers and rage and take my whole tower? Alright. Hopefully, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. We're not going to take both towers in time. That was a bit of a frustrating game. I didn't do a great job. Didn't do a great job drafting there, and we're gonna get relentlessly BM'd. We're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna jump from round to round. If we lose, we put it behind us. Look ahead. I probably should have drafted. I guess that's a good reason why you want to draft spells first, because he drafted both big spells, and there were none left on the board for that. So we'll choose poison first, just so we can have a spell, and then we'll take arrows as well. Kind of I don't know. They're kind of similar spells, but we'll take it anyway, just because if he does play goblins or bomber or something like that, we might not want to commit a whole poison to that. So we'll just go with rascals, and then Dark Prince as well. And we may end up just trying to figure out what win condition we should build around, because there doesn't seem to be a ton on the board. I mean, there's pigs, which would probably not be a great idea. We will take Inferno Tower as well, just because the monk can't reflect that. Probably would have been fine with Tesla as well, but we'll take that, and then I guess the goblins, and we might end up. It's gonna take 3M. I guess we'll take Golden Knight, and then the last card we might take Goblin Drill. Maybe that would be a good choice as a win condition. He does have quite a few small tanks. I don't think Goblin Giant would be a good pick, just because he has mini P.E.K.K.A. So I think we have to go with a Goblin Drill. It would be a terrible idea to go Expo, because he has Monk as well, so he could just reflect that, and he has tanks for days. So yeah, I don't know about this deck. I guess we'll find out. It's probably just gonna go with I don't know that our arrows are gonna get a ton of value, just because he doesn't have a ton of swarm cards that we'll be able to use them against. So okay, we'll let all that go. And then we'll go with this in front, just to tank. And hopefully, okay, I was hoping that would dash on the tower, but that's all right. Maybe a little bit of an overcommitment with the Inferno Tower, but better to be safe, I guess. And we'll drop a poison on that, just to do some damage to the brawler. And the 1 HP Inferno Tower will do us good there. We'll try to go with Rascals like in the middle to kind of help out against both lanes here. And that is not bad. We'll just go with this again. I think the biggest threat is going to be probably the Three Musketeers, just because I think that's his only real way of getting good damage on our tower. I think that's his only card that could really be considered a win condition. So, you know what? We'll just poison all that, just because there's a lot just sitting there, and I don't think we should have to answer that anymore. We'll go with this, and then, okay, bad ability there, and we'll arrow just to get some damage. Okay, I had a mini heart attack there. I didn't think the goblins were going to pull the mini P.E.K.K.A for a second. And this is a really low damage dealing game. I completely forgot he had lightning. So that's not great, because it's such a low damage dealing game that he could probably just lightning cycle, honestly. We'll poison all of that, and hopefully we can just get a couple of goblins on the tower, and it looks like we do. So it's not bad. We should just be able to. I don't think we even need a dash. I think we just need to keep spamming goblin drills, just because that's how we're going to get our damage. We'll do that, and then we'll preemptively poison for the hunter or whatever he puts down. And right now we have a little bit of a damage lead, but not much. And we'll poison all of that. And okay, I was worried the musketeer was gonna get on our tower there, and we should. Okay, we barely scraped that one out. I think even if he lightninged, we still would have had enough damage to win. So I'm happy with that. A win is a win, even if it was just a slight win. And we'll keep going into games. We'll keep playing. I don't know what the goal for this video is. The goal for last stream was to get up to 1800, which was, I found out too ambitious of a goal. Yeah, a bit too ambitious of a goal, because I think we ended up at, I think, below 1600. We ended up at like 1590. So maybe we'll set a little bit more of a reasonable goal. We'll try to end the stream above at least 1700. And right now we're pretty close to there, but the competition is only going to get harder. I think we go for Prince. There's not a whole lot of. You know what? We'll take Goblin Hut as well, just because that is annoying for the Prince to get through, and we do need a building as well. We just need some kind of swarm killing. So maybe we go with. Maybe we go with the baby dragon as well. I think we do. After that, we'll go with baby dragon, and then, as of right now, Giant would not be a bad pick. Giant would be pretty good. Kind of as kind of a beatdown strategy, but we'll go mini P.E.K.K.A. And I'm liking this deck. I'm liking this deck so far. If he goes 3 Musketeers, we do have a big spell for that. So the one thing I'm slightly worried about is if he were to go recruits. Our only splash card right now is the Baby Dragon. So okay, I think maybe we go with, might be a little bit of a risky play, but we'll go with the Spirit Empress as well, just to be able to help out. And I think with our last pick, assuming he doesn't pick something crazy here, we'll go with a Giant, and should be okay. Right now, his only way of getting okay. All right, that's not bad. I guess we'll go with Giant anyway. He doesn't have a building. He doesn't have any super heavy hitting cards, so we should do decent. We do have Baby Dragon for the recruits as well, and Goblin Hut. So we shouldn't do bad. We shouldn't do bad. And we're just, you know what? We're gonna fireball all that, just because it's all sitting there. And we will go. We'll go with this in the back. I don't know if I saw what his last pick was. I hate that one of those. Connected. I hope this can get in front. And it looks like, okay, it will. Now we have no elixir, so we're gonna have to go with a mini P.E.K.K.A. over here just to not lose our tower. And I definitely overcommitted with the Giant there, because now we don't have any elixir, so we'll just go with this to not take a bunch of damage from the wall breakers. All right, Slayer, how's it going? You're the first message in the chat. Good to see you. I'm sorry you've had to watch this gameplay so far. I overcommitted with a Giant, and now we're down a good bit of damage. But I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Slayer? Alright. He's probably going to go with his goblins, so we will be ready for them. Perfect. Nothing going on really. All right, that's nice. Just a chill, relaxing. What is it? Wednesday. And I'm hoping something can hit the. I was gonna say hopefully something can hit the wall breaker there, but. I feel like Clash has been dying. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It seems like it has gone down because what Jinxie said. I didn't actually watch the stream where he said this, but he said something about how he wasn't gonna. Oh, that was a terrible fireball. This is just. That was a horrible game by me. I didn't watch the stream where he said this, but it's like I heard that he said he wasn't gonna play until Clash fixed the game or something like that. So and it seems like a lot of what he does, people kind of follow along. So it seems like if he's going to play less of the game, then people are just going to naturally play less of the game as well. And I kind of agree. Like I hope they make some changes because I'm not a big fan of the I'm not a big fan of the heroes or level 16 or anything like that. So I kind of do hope they make I kind of do hope they make some changes, but I guess we'll find out. Do you do you play a lot of Clash, or do you just dabble in it? Do you just watch content with it? I know for a while I kind of only like for a while I would watch Clash Royale content, but um, I didn't actually play it for a while. So and then I eventually ended up downloading it and trying it myself. But are you one of the people that plays it, or just one that watches content along with it? I think for our last pick, I'm thinking we either go. You just watch Jinxie and Ken. Yeah, that was kind of how that was pretty much me for a while. I pretty much just watched um, watched Ken's videos, and that was about it. That's kind of how I learned to play, I guess. And then I downloaded it after a little bit, but um, yeah, it does seem like it's been dying a little bit, or definitely been. I think it's definitely. I think it's a good thing as well. I mean, like, it would be nice for Supercell to learn that when they add things that people don't want, that the popularity goes down. Um, so, I would consider that a good thing. And Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to get on the tower, so it's going to be good for us. And it should be pretty much within fireball range now. I think we're going to do this, and then I think we're going to use the ability defensively just to help clear out some of this stuff. And we'll do the same thing we did before. We'll put a mini P.E.K.K.A in front of the Goblin Scientist. Yeah, just money. It does seem like it's just kind of a money. It's all about the money. I mean, that's why they added the things that they did, so that people have to pay in order to have the broken cards and the broken levels in the game. And I'll be honest, for a little while, like I think when level 16 first came out, and when I was first kind of creating Clash Royale content, I did spend a little bit of money because I was like, um, I thought like, oh, I'm making Clash Royale content. It might be worth the investment because just because I'm making videos like that, and maybe the audience. I guess I just invested a little bit to do well at the game and have the card levels in the game, just because I was making Clash content. But then after a little while, I was like, yeah, I didn't want to give I didn't want to give Supercell any more of my money. I was like, I don't really. I just didn't really want to spend any more in the game. So there was a time that I actually spent a little bit of money when it first came out, but then I don't know, I just decided not to spend any more. But also, is it just me, or do heroes? I don't know, when they first came out, and even now a little bit. Like when a hero is played on the board, it doesn't look like it really fits the game. Like it just, I don't know, it just looks out of place. It just looks like it doesn't really belong on the field or in the environment. I don't know, that's kind of what I thought. Like, yeah, not just when they first came out, but I guess even now it just looks unnatural. So, I wish that heroes in level 16 weren't a thing, and it kind of went back to being a little bit of a simpler game. I mean, even before, I guess it was still pretty pay to win, but at least it was a little bit simpler then. What should we pick here? I'm thinking um, we could have some kind of graveyard deck with this. Um, Kind of a graveyard control with poison and Phoenix maybe. So I mean, obviously we'll draft depending on what he picks, but that might be a route that we go. And we could pick Witch as well for the Spirit Empress. Um, Fireball is still on the board, so he's probably going to pick that. But we'll still take Witch, and maybe Cannon. Yeah, I can see that being a good pick. We'll take Cannon. Our only tank right now is pretty much the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So maybe we go with another tank. Maybe for the last couple we do Skeleton King and then Graveyard. Of course he's gonna pick that card. Um, yeah, we'll still take Graveyard here. We do have Phoenix and Witch for the Spirit Empress, and we have Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Skeleton King for the Mega Knight, so we should be okay here. And we're not going to support the Witch, just because even if we did go with a Skeleton King, it would just dash through everything and target the Witch. So we will poison that though, to hopefully have it die on that side. And he's going to mess up the Kite, which is good. Skeleton King is going to splash a couple times as well, so that's good for us. He's going to go with that. So we'll go with Phoenix and then kind of a high Witch as well. I think that was probably that was definitely a little bit too high. Oh, that's gonna dash, isn't it? Spirit Empress is such an annoying card to deal with. We'll just try to kite this over, I guess. Kite it over for a couple hits. How has the channel been doing? It's been doing all right. It did have, like, there's definitely there's definitely ups and downs to it. Um, like the past week or so, for some reason, a couple videos really surged and did well, and you know, it got a lot of subscribers and views, and so it did well for a little while. The past, probably the past day or so, has been pretty slow. Like they've slowed down recently, and I think I even lost a couple subscribers. So it's like there's definitely ups and downs to it. And I would say, as for the month, the month as a whole, it's been good. As of really recently, like I don't know, maybe last 12 hours, it's been a little rough. But there's definitely ups and downs. There's definitely surges. Definitely times where it does well, where it doesn't do well. Overall, I would say the growth has been somewhat steady, though. It's been like a kind of a very slow, mostly slow uphill climb, but overall, it's doing all right. It's doing all right. So, yeah. I might need your input on which cards to choose, because what I drafted the last round was not it. So maybe we'll go with minions and arrows here. And then I'm thinking maybe we might take a building next time, either Tesla or cannon. I guess we'll take cannon, and then what else? Hog earthquake. Yeah, that would be a good idea. We'll take earthquake, just in case he does. Tesla's still on the board, but we do have earthquake for it. So, and then what other? I guess we don't need another spell. We already have two spells. We'll go with Rascals, just because they're a good defensive card. And then maybe I don't know, maybe Dark Prince as well. And then for the last card, we'll take Hog Rider. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I didn't draft the right support cards. Maybe Dark Prince and Rascals wasn't the pick. But the good news is he does have Goblin Cage, which is going to be much less threatening than a Tesla. So, and I wouldn't think he'd pick Tesla now. I mean, then he'd have two buildings, but I guess he could. He still doesn't have a win condition though, so he's gonna pick Miner as his win condition. All right. So yeah, seems like an okay deck. I mean, we do have a little bit of splash with the Dark Prince. We do have some answers for his Miner as well. And we have, I guess, arrows and earthquake for his skeleton army, because both will kill it. And we'll just kind of we'll let that go. And he's going to use his building there, so that is. It's not bad. You know what? We'll earthquake it. I mean, even though it's going to die soon enough anyway. We'll still do that, and then as soon as we can, we'll go with a hog. He's going to go with his skeleton army, I think. No, he's going to go with that instead. I should have probably arrowed sooner, but it's all right. Goblin Brawler is going to get a hit. And then we'll go with a little tank in front of this side, just to make it a bit more threatening. Maybe force out the skeleton army over there. Okay, well now we know he just uses cage, so we know his only answer for this is skeleton army. So we'll go with this, and then arrows. Predicted. Okay, we're not gonna predict it, but we'll still get some good damage. You know what? We'll force him to do something on the other side. Keeps playing his skeleton army just a second after, so maybe I should wait a little bit before I play a spell. Alright, we'll wait just a second. There we go, now we get it, and that should give us at least one hit. I guess Earthquake is probably our best answer, right? Because if whether or not he goes with a Goblin Cage or a Skeleton Army, it'll be a pretty good answer. His troops are kind of accumulating though. Ooh, that should win us the game. All right, not a bad deck at all, actually. I guess I should. You made a good call there with Hog EQ. With this, there's some interesting win conditions. Graveyard is there, Goblin Drill is there, Balloon is there as well. I guess we'll draft a couple spells first. You know, we'll take Lightning. Don't think I've used that yet this stream, but it looks like one of the only big spells on the board, and it might. I don't know why he drafted an Archer Queen into Lightning. I think Lightning does decent against Spirit Empress as well, so not feeling bad about this so far. Maybe Expo and Wallbreaker. Oh, I took too long to decide there. That probably was not what I would have picked, but you know what? Maybe we can still We'll take minions. I did not mean to. I did not want balloon because there's so many air cards on the board. Dragons, Mega Minion, and he already has two really good answers to balloon. But maybe we do. Yeah, maybe we can still go with a wall breaker Expo deck. So we'll pick wall breakers next time. As long as he doesn't. And he doesn't, so we'll pick wall breakers. I guess that's true. Expo would be good because we have lightning. We have the only kind of big spell. We'll take Musketeer as well, just as kind of another Spirit Empress killing card, because I think that's the only real threat he has right now. Okay. I guess we do need a little tank as well. So maybe we go with. You know, we'll go with Mighty Miner just because we have Zap, and I think Vines are the only other reset there. And then you know what, we will take Expo as kind of the wild card, as long as he doesn't take something absurd with this one. And he's gonna take Drill. I don't think that changes much, so we will take Expo. This is kind of an interesting deck. Expo with Mighty Miner and Musketeer. Yeah, he's wondering what we picked. I'm still kind of wondering as well. Our only real ground unit for what, the wall breaker came all the way back. I would say probably our only real answer to the drill is the Mighty Miner. So yeah, I don't know how that is gonna go. We'll just lightning that because we can lightning that and the tower. And he does have a much quicker cycle though, so he's going to be able to get back to drills much quicker and kind of chip us down, which is not great because our deck is heavy. And he's probably just going to hold on to his. I would think he'd just hold on to his Goblin Machine for the Expo. We'll do this so that hopefully we can get back to lightning in time. I don't think lightning kills the Spirit Empress, but if he plays anything else. Okay, it's not really enough of a reason to lightning. And there's the Goblin Machine, which is good that we forced it out there. As soon as we have the elixir for this, we'll go with an Expo. Just because we still have a Musketeer on 1 health. And that should, I was gonna say that should retarget. Alright, don't know why I went with a Mighty Miner there. Didn't save the Expo at all. Alright, he's gonna use his ability early, which is good for us. We will kind of throw a balloon at the bridge just because just to tank one of those shots. And you know what? Kind of an unconventional play, but we'll go with it. This is kind of rough. I'm not playing this deck very well, and he's up a ton of damage, so we got a lightning this as soon as we have the elixir. Okay, and it is on the tower. He may go with his Spirit Empress at some point, so we'll just have the minions ready. And hopefully we can keep the Expo alive just for a little bit longer. And I don't know how much lightning does, but we probably 286 and 58. Okay, we can probably just. All right. And all right, we are gonna win that. I guess all we needed was one Expo lock. You're making some good calls as far as what we should draft. Just because, you know, I would not have thought to add Expo to that deck, even though we did have lightning. But honestly, that kind of ended up working out. So I will heed your advice once again for this one. I guess we'll start by drafting just a royal delivery, just a safe defensive card. And it doesn't look like there's not a single big spell on the board for this one, right? I mean, I guess Void kind of counts as a big spell, but there's not really. Okay, that's what I was gonna pick that one next time, just because there wasn't a big spell. What do you think I should draft here? I was gonna draft that again because he has Witch. I guess we'll take Bomber for the Witch, and then we need some kind of tank, so maybe a Skeleton King, just because that'll do well, right? Bomb Tower, yeah, that'd be good as well. Even though we already have Bomber, I don't think it does kind of seem like he's going with a swarm oriented deck, so that's a good building to have. Yeah, we still need a tank, so maybe Skeleton King would be good. Or you know what would be good? Mother Witch would be pretty good, right? But we're gonna take Mother Witch just because I know I've played Witch before, and when the opponent has a Mother Witch, it's incredibly annoying just because all the skeletons are just immediately turned into pigs. So we'll go with that. We'll go with Skeleton King. I don't know what the win condition should be just yet. Could go for Royal Giant. That's true. Inferno Tower is still on the board though. So if we go with that, maybe I think he's drafting first. Like he's drafting first, so he'll pick all of his cards, and then we'll have one left. So if he doesn't, Royal Giant would be really good as long as he doesn't pick that. So as long as he doesn't pick any, as long as he doesn't pick any building really. But even if he picks Cannon or Tesla, we'll still. Wait, no, I think we're drafting first, aren't we? Alright. Yeah, I guess I thought he was drafting first, but I guess we are. Yeah. I'm worried about the Inferno Tower is all. He's gonna go with E-Giant. You know what? We will. I did not mean to pick that. I did not mean to pick that card. I was gonna pick Royal Giant. I was gonna pick Royal Giant, but I was just thinking. I was worrying about Inferno Tower on the board, so my mind was just at Inferno Tower, and so I picked Inferno. That was a horrible brain fart there. That was horrible. Now we have two buildings. Dang, that was a huge mess up by me there. Wow, I can't believe I did that. He's gonna do that to the Mother Witch, which is kind of, I don't know, a bit weird. Don't know why he would Goblin Curse and Rage that, but you know, we still have a fighting chance. You know, our chances are significantly decreased from what they were, but you know, we still have a shot, I hope. I mean, we always have a chance. We're never out of it just yet. His deck is niche. Yeah, it does seem like it. All right, we all knew he was going to try to protect that. Um, you know, we shouldn't take too much damage here. And now we can go with this to get a couple... Alright, we'll get a singular pig out of that. And it does get a headbutt on the tower, so look at that. We're practically rolling in damage with one headbutted pig. That's kind of our... Because we didn't draft a win condition in Royal Giant, that's kind of our only... honestly, we don't even need to defend that. I didn't draft a win condition in the Royal Giant, so we now have very limited ways of actually getting damage on his tower. How are you doing, Snap? Good to have you here. We'll try to get a couple pigs out of this now, and we do actually, but we didn't draft a spell either, so we don't really have a way of killing. Don't really have a way of killing the archers. Honestly, he's kind of rage rage cycling me, and there's nothing I can even do about it. We don't have a... Yeah, he's just Goblin Curse Rage Zap cycling, and there's just nothing I can do about it. This is bad. This is bad. Because he can just defend everything because the offense is so unthreatening. And I don't even think he's not even gonna play his witch again, just because he doesn't need to. And he knows we have Mother Witch, so you know what? We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna put our troops in the back. Try to build up a little bit of a push. We do have a couple Spirit Empresses, but I don't really think it's gonna matter. Yeah, this is just over. He's BMing. Yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't draft Royal Giant like I meant to. Instead, I drafted Inferno Tower because my mind was on Inferno Tower when I was thinking of drafting Royal Giant, but I was thinking, oh, there's an Inferno Tower on the board. We're not going to do well against the Inferno Tower, and I picked Inferno Tower just because that's what I was thinking of. That's where my mind was, and so we didn't draft a win condition, and because of that, he was just able to zap, curse, rage, cycle, and didn't have to worry about any offense because we didn't draft any offense. So this time we will truly be locked in. We'll make sure to draft correct this time, just because that was a rough last game. I don't know how we would have broken through. You know, I do actually. We'll take lightning for this one, just because we can lightning the goblin scientist. There's also a lot of other lightningable cards like Magic Archer and Mother Witch and Night Witch. So we'll take lightning, and then I guess Dark Prince as well. And he's gonna take Magic Archer, so that's something. Minor Bandit. Alright, we'll do that. We'll do Bandit, and then wherever Minor is up here. The thing is, he's probably not gonna play. He's not gonna play his Magic Archers in the back just because I have Lightning. He's just gonna play them at the bridge every time, just to line up with the tower when I play something slow. So we'll try to pick a little bit of a faster paced deck with Lumberjack, and then maybe we Berserker. Yeah, she's also a fast card, so we'll try to go, I guess, with a little bit of a faster paced deck so that we don't have a super slow moving card in the back that he just is able to line up with the Magic Archer. We still need a win condition, and I'm thinking maybe we could go Suspicious Bush. Where is that? I guess we could go with a Suspicious Bush, and then maybe for the last one we go with... I'm realizing we don't have any air cards as well, so we'll take... Honestly, we'll take Inferno Tower just for the balloon and also for the Goblin Stein, because it's also a decent answer. Ram Rider, yeah, that would have been a good pick. I wish I saw your message in time, because it's like as soon as I drafted this, as soon as I drafted it, I saw your message pop up. There's like a 15-second delay or something, and that is on the tower, so he's gonna get a bit of damage there. But we got a little bit more damage, so it's not bad. We'll just keep spamming bushes in his face. And the bushes are getting a ton of damage just because you, I think he made a good call on that, just because it doesn't seem like he has a ton of answers for it. It's not like he has a... Does he have a real swarmy card? I don't remember him picking one. And he is going to reset that. But the Goblin Sign's already dead, and he gets very little damage there. This is... Honestly, I'm liking this deck. Yeah, the bushes are going crazy. Dark Prince is going to kill couple of the Zappies, so now there's very little of a counter push. So much so that we can just kind of ignore that one Zappy. I guess he does have Goblin Gang for the bush, but he's using them on the miners, so we're able to kind of get damage every time with it. That's true. Yeah, I can make a push with just the bandit, because I guess his Goblin Gang is out of hand, so we can do that. And I don't. Okay, that's not gonna pull the balloon. So honestly, we're gonna lightning it just to minimize damage and kill the Night Witch as well. And it still gets a hit. And now we're losing in damage, but that's all right. Just have to be more prepared for the balloon next time. I think we should probably just hold our Inferno Tower in hand and not play it unless he goes balloon. And now, you know what? I don't think we're gonna have the elixir for it, so we're gonna have to lightning it. And I missed the balloon. That is entirely my fault. I'm disappointed in myself there. I'm disappointed. We definitely could have won. I didn't play that very well. Yeah, that was my fault. There's no excuses for that one. All right, need your guys's input on what to choose here. Your dog is crying. All right, Slayer. No worries. Thanks for joining. Hopefully your dog is okay. Should go with Valkyrie. Yeah, that's a good call. That'll be a good tank, and it'll be good against the recruits as well. Maybe he'll go Witch. Good news is we have Witch, so it should do well against both. I guess we'll go Log as well, just for another spell. All right, Slayer. See you later. All right. What should we have for Graveyard? We have Poison, so I don't really know what he was thinking there. Golden Knight. All right, we'll take Golden Knight as well. Last pick, we do need a win condition still. What should we go with? I don't know. I don't know if your message will show up in time. There's 8 seconds left. Maybe we go. Honestly, we'll go with a Golem. He does have a building. He does have cannon, but we have some good barrel. Yeah, that probably would have been a better. That probably would have been a better bet, honestly. I guess the reason why I picked Golem is just because we have Golden Knight and Witch, which can be annoying if you put it behind, but. And you know what? We'll kind of an ambitious poison, but we'll do that just to do some damage to all the recruits and just eliminate the counter push over there. Alright, and then we'll just go Valkyrie for that, and then guards. We might. Okay, I don't think we need a log. And Valkyrie should get a couple swings on the tower. Alright. This is not starting off too bad. We'll go with the delivery like here, so that even if he lane switches, shouldn't do much. Nice. And you know what? He just used his graveyard. He doesn't really have a way of pressuring us, I don't think. What's funny? What's funny? We're going to need to go guards on that immediately. And if we do end up winning this game, we're going to laugh at this guy just because he laughed at us. He thinks this is... He's BMing us, so keep poisoning his tower. Alright, I will. Golem gets to the tower as well, so it should get a couple hits. Nice. You know what? Will ability as well, just because that should dash on his tower. Okay, I was hoping that would dash on his tower. And honestly, if he goes graveyard, we can just poison. And then guards as well. Just immediately dash again. Alright. We'll laugh at him now because we should have this one in the bag. And he BM'd us. Okay, he's gonna go with that. Honestly, don't even think we need to commit anything else. We can just go with this. I don't even think we needed the log there. We'll go guards just in case. And okay, it's still gonna kill the witch. I think we're okay. It does 184 damage, so we're 2 poisons away. But it's like on the other hand, he's kind of keeping the press up, so we may want to save poison for defense. Don't think Golem can do a lot. Yeah, you know what? We'll go Golem at 10. Just because we can now poison on defense. And yeah, Golem is... I don't know why I Golem there. It's kind of struggling a little bit to break through, but as long as we can even just touch his tower. Oh man, hopefully we don't choke this game. I'm kind of famous for choking games, and that's kind of what's happening here. Please, Valkyrie, save me. Okay, it looks like we're barely gonna hold on. So we'll laugh at him. He's laughing back. You know he's hurting. You know he's hurting. We'll cry as well. Honestly, of all the emotes in the game, that's my least favorite one. My least favorite emote is the goblin laughing. For some reason, I don't know why, but like if somebody, I don't know, if somebody BMs with any other emote, it's like I don't know. It's obviously it's a BM, but like it doesn't really. I don't really care too much. But for some reason, the goblin laughing just kind of, I don't know. The goblin laughing, something about that emote just kind of gets on my nerves. We'll take Phoenix as well, even though that is kind of a lightningable card. Maybe we can kind of go with maybe we go with an air heavy deck this time. Just in case we do that, we'll take. I guess we'll take Hunter just in case we do decide to go with a balloon. And we still need a mini tank of some sort, so we'll take Knight. And then if he doesn't take Inferno Dragon, we'll take it next time. That was a good pick by him, just because he took Lightning. So we'll take Goblin Gang and then Inferno Dragon. Go Mega Knight. I can't do that. I can't be. I don't want to be the guy that plays Mega Knight because I hate it. I hate the card. So it would be against my morals. It would be against my morals to go with it. I'll be honest, Archer Queen is going to be a bit annoying to get through if we went with like a balloon or something. You know what? We're still going to go with a balloon. We're still going to go air heavy on our deck. Maybe we even go Lava Hound as well. I guess we'll wait. I guess we'll wait to see what he picks. Valkyrie would have been good. I would have preferred to have Valkyrie over Knight, but and then I guess we'll just go with Cannon for the pigs. I would have liked to pick Lava Hound there, but we kind of need to defend against the pigs. So, and he does have lightning, so makes me not want to go with like a hunter or something in the back just to cycle, just because he'll be able to lightning it immediately. And honestly, I don't think it's worth poisoning that. We'll just go with a knight because he does have arrows. So if we went with a goblin gang, he might have gone with that. Now we have Cannon for his next pig's onslaught. We'll put that high just because he has lightning. Then if he goes with his Archer Queen, we'll poison it even though it's not going to kill it. It'll still damage it and do some damage to the tower. Oh, I don't know about this. I hope and pray that he doesn't have enough for lightning. Alright. At least we're not down too much in damage. We're only down 100 or so. I think if we do cycle something in the back, we're gonna put it over here just because of the lightning. But I also don't want to do this and like bunch up troops like that, because he's just gonna want to lightning that as well. And because he used a lot of his air cards over there, we'll actually go balloon on the other side. Okay, that's still gonna pull the Archer Queen. Okay, at least it's on the side that we don't really care about. And the Phoenix is going to respawn as well. And he's going to use his lightning there. But the Phoenix is still tanking. So maybe... Okay, I was hoping Balloon could get a hit there. We'll go gang up here just to avoid the arrows, hopefully. And we're now up a little bit in damage. He's going to Archer Queen that lane. We will Balloon this lane. And poison his dragon wherever he plays it, and he's gonna misplace that. So we are gonna win this one. I was not feeling great about that deck just because of all his Archer Queen and E-Dragon and Lightning are all a pretty good answer to Balloon, but somehow we win. So that's good. We're at 1680 now, so we're one win away from 1700. I don't know how high you need to get in order to. I don't know how high you need to get like in the rankings to get top 10K, but it's probably pretty high. I don't know that we're gonna get there. That it was a little bit of an ambitious goal. That's kind of the ultimate goal. It would be awesome to get ranked, which would be in the top 10,000. But I also Dart Goblin. You know, he has log, but we'll still take it anyway. We may take a couple other log bait cards, like maybe Guards or Skeleton Army, just to maybe bait it out. E-Spirit's a pretty good option. We'll take Guards, and then what else? I guess Rascals are kind of a log bait card as well, just because I think log kills the Rascal Girls, so a lot of people like to log that. So I didn't even see Goblin Curse was still on the board though. So maybe we don't pick Skeleton Army just because of. Oh, and I also I didn't even realize his first card is Mother Witch, so we're not gonna pick Skeleton Army. We will instead take. Should we take? Yeah, Dark Goblin is a super versatile card. I played him in the deck that I used to get up to 10,000 trophies. He was in the Expo Mortar deck that I used, and he is a super versatile card. He's also just a very annoying card as well. So we do have him in the deck. We still kind of need a win condition because we don't have one. So we'll take Ram Rider. Don't know if that was the best choice to make, but we need a way of getting damage. And he's gonna take Golem. I don't think we drafted. Did we draft a building? I don't think we drafted a building. This might be. And it's not like we have any super. He's gonna go Golem immediately. Rush him. Go Dart Goblin after. Did we just lose the game? I might have just lost the game. We'll have to go with this high to kill the Mother Witch first, and then hopefully not take a million damage to the Golem. That was really poor. I mean, usually when they go Golem in the back, you typically want to spam them in the other lane, but maybe I shouldn't have spammed everything. I think he did draft Tesla, right? I guess we'll go Ram Rider regardless, just because we have a little tank for it. And I think we'll go Rascals as well. Even though it's going to dash on both of the Rascal Girls. And you know what? We'll go Guards to maybe force out the log. Okay. We are not taking any chances with that. And that's not bad. I think we can let that go for the most part. Alright, well, not a terrible start. Not a terrible start. There's the Golem. So we'll do this just because I think he just used his log. And now we need to prepare for the defense of our lives. He does have lightning, so he's definitely going to lightning this. Alright. Oh, this is not fun. Spam this at the bridge, hopefully before he has time to react. Alright, we are going to take his tower. We have 2 Spirit Empresses on the board. Maybe we can make something happen with that. Valkyrie to tank the Tesla. Alright, it's not bad. We'll take 1 hit. And then we'll do that as well because he just used his Tesla. Fenrir, how are you doing? You just woke up? What time is it? Isn't it like 2 a.m. over there? How did that dash on the Dart Goblin? I placed that so far away. I'm... How did that... Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna complain about that, but that's still kind of frustrating. I placed that so far away, and it's still dashed. It's like, how does that even happen? Man, should have drafted a building. And lightning as well. This one looks like it's over. This one looks like it's over. It's 1:38 a.m. Man, you should go to sleep. I know you mentioned your sleep schedule is kind of wacky, but don't feel pressure to stay up for me. If you're feeling tired, I don't want to keep you up at 2 a.m. But how are you doing? How are you doing, Fenrir? Seems like every opponent just loves to draft lightning first play. You woke up like you woke up as in you like did you mean to wake up? Like is this just when you wake up like to start your day? Dart Goblin first play. All right, I guess we'll take Dart Goblin second play. You wouldn't want to miss it. Thank you, man. Well, it's good to have you here. I'm not gonna complain. I just also want you to take care of yourself. Let's see. Could we play a kind of... Is Poison my favorite card? I don't know. I do like Poison. Yeah, I should probably stop drafting it every time. I do realize I draft it. I realize I draft it every... It seems like every time. So maybe I should pick something else. I don't know. I guess I like Poison. It's a versatile card. I will pick Miner next time. Miner Wall Breaker. Suspicious Bush would have been nice to have as well in the deck, just kind of as a log bait card, but we will try and make do without it. We'll go this, and then probably Bomb Tower for the Battle Ram, right? He is Inferno Tower, but we don't have a ton of Inferno towerable cards. We don't have any big tanks, just a miner. So maybe we go Skeleton Barrel. That would be a good one. I guess right now he'd pretty much have to waste an Inferno Tower to defend it, or use his log, which would mean you reached League 6-7 days ago and you're still stuck there. Yeah, that's oh man, I guess we have to pick Archer Queen for the balloon, but he has lightning. E-Golem, yeah, I should have I should have just let the balloon go with the Dart Goblin, honestly. Inferno Dragon, yeah, I don't know why I picked Archer Queen. That I should have picked something else. I didn't even realize Inferno Dragon was on the board. Okay, clearly I don't know what I'm not great at this game mode, so I apologize for the horrible gameplay, and I misplaced that as well. Oh man, just this is absolutely horrendous. I'm sorry that you have to witness this. And I played that in a position where the other tower would hit it. All right. Just know I'm not happy with my performance so far. I was distracted. Yeah, it is a bit hard to like I've mentioned this before, but I'm not great at talking. So when I'm trying to like talk and read the chat, and then um, also play the game, it's like I realize I just end up making horrible plays. Please don't go poison. Okay, I won't. I will not go poison next time. I have learned my lesson. I don't know why I played that by the tower, knowing he has that card. Alright, I'll focus on good luck. Oh, come on, man. You know what? Um, I'll just alright. I'll read chat in between games, and then also when I'm drafting to limit distractions. So I will read chat while I'm drafting, so that you guys can kind of give me pointers on which cards to choose. But then I'll just focus on the games during the game. I think we'll pick arrows first, right? Just because that's one of the best answers for the Dart Goblin. So if you want me to choose Dart Goblin, we can go with that next time. We'll go with Dart Goblin, and then we'll go Bar Barrel as well. What if we did like a bait deck, like a log bait deck with Boss Bandit? That might be a nasty deck to use. So maybe we'll take Goblin Gang and there's not a, you know what, we'll take Goblin Hut as well. Do we go with like a Boss Bandit? That might be kind of a, I mean, I guess P.E.K.K.A.'s on the board, so maybe that wouldn't do. Wait until the end, and if he doesn't go with a big spell, then choose 3M. Alright, I think he's are we drafting first, or is... I think we drafted first, though, so if we pick 3M at the end, he'll still have the chance to go... I guess we'll take this. Might take Executioner. What if we just take Rocket and then 3 Musketeers? Because that was the only... I mean, he does have Lightning, but on the other hand, our cycle is... Okay, so I have rocket now. He does have lightning though. So three musketeers is not gonna do super well against that. Should we still go with it? You know, we'll still go with it. He does have lightning, but we're gonna. Ah, man, I saw your message pop up right now, right after I pick lightning. You know what? I still have confidence that we can win the game. Where is that emote? I know we have it somewhere. There you go. Alright, he's definitely just waiting to... What the... Didn't realize how quick this guy's cycle was. Alright, we somehow got lucky and Musketeer targeted the tower. Okay, this is not going horribly, I guess. He did use his snowball, so I guess we'll go Goblin Gang. And I think we'll keep splitting two. Yeah, we might just have to Rocket Cycle. What the... Alright, I don't really... Honestly, I don't think that hurt him. I don't think that hurt him too much, just because he has Royal Giant, so it's not like the King Tower is really going to be helping out anyway. We're going to Rocket just because we have Goblin Hut. If he decides to go Royal Giant. And we shouldn't take a hit. Okay. Honestly, yeah, we might just have to... I don't know, maybe Rocket Cycling is the way to go. We will keep splitting two into that direction. Just because if he decides to rocket them, then we'll throw another rocket. We have a Musketeer there and a hut. Looks like he's not going to go in. I think we just keep rocketing at 10, because then we'll have 4 for the hut. Bomber needs to die. And I think he is I think he's given up, lightning the King Tower. All right, I think our friend here has given up. So that's going to be a good win. I think I'll definitely do that in the future. Listen to you guys for the draft, and then focus up on the game. I also still have a little bit of a runny nose, so that is why I have a box of tissues here, just in case. All right, we're yeah, good game. That was a good game. You the goat. I appreciate you hyping me up, Fenrir. I don't know if I'm worthy of the goat title just yet. I would say I'm decent. I would say I'm decent at the game. Definitely not the best player in the clan. I think Titan or Tobias and probably several other people would whoop me any day. But we'll go with also Snap. He did take poison, so you know, I got lucky there. I'm not taking poison because he took it. We'll take Monk. Um, I don't actually know why I took Monk. There's not a ton of deflectable units on the board. He's gonna take Tesla. Maybe we take. Yeah, he took poison, so we can't have it. You know, maybe we take Earthquake, and then Hog Rider as well, just because that might be good to have. I guess we'll take. Oh, I meant to pick Mega Minion, and we get Graveyard. I did not mean to. I meant to pick. I meant to pick Mega Minion, and we have been given Graveyard, and he has poison. So this is not going to be a fun match. He'll just be able to poison the graveyards every time. I think we'll still take Hog Rider just because we have Earthquake and Monk, and I don't know if the graveyard is ever really going to get a ton of damage. But now we'll take Mega Minion because he doesn't have any air cards except for the Tesla yet. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Lauren is for everyone else. Lauren is my sister. Looks like she is just tuning in as well. What should we take for the last card? We don't really have any. We don't really have any swarm killing right now, so maybe Goblin Demolisher would be good. I don't know, just because he's good at killing swarm, and we do have. You know what? We will take Goblin Demolisher, even though we only have Mega Minion for air. It should do a decent job at countering the balloon. So we will take that. All right. You're my favorite sister. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't want to pick favorites. I have two sisters, so please get the Tesla in there. All right. All right. We'll take one hit. We're happy with that. And the balloon is gonna get a hit, but all right. Also, did we draft a spell or no? Can't remember whether or not we. Okay, I guess we have Earthquake for that, but not an actual spell like Fireball or arrows. Okay, and we do force out the Tesla there against the Goblin Demolisher, which is good for us, because that means now he won't have it for the Hog. It's not in an earthquakeable position. Oh, I don't even know what to do here. He also seems to have a little bit of a quicker cycle than us, so he's able to get back to balloon. and Hog does not get a hit. So this is actually not looking. This is not looking very good for us, I'll be honest. Jake is also watching. Nice. Is this just on the TV? We'll earthquake that now. And then go Hog over here. And you know what? We'll have a Hog tank for the graveyard. Kind of a weird play, but and it doesn't look like it ends up working, but you know what? I was hoping the Hog would tank the Little Prince, but it does not. All right, and we got a BMer. We got a BMer on our hands, and there's nothing we can do about it. The game is over. All right, I'll let you select the deck next game. I'll try to take as long as I can to pick between cars. There's a 15 or 20-second delay, so it's a little bit. It's sometimes hard because sometimes you'll suggest a card and then the 15-second time will be up. But this is the selection. I'll try to delay choosing as long as I can, and we'll take Fireball as the big spell. Bowler. All right, we will take Bowler. I'll try to wait till the very end of the time so that you can select the next card as well. If anyone else has any input as well, you can suggest a card and I will add it. Furnace, Valkyrie, Miner, and Bandit. Alright, I guess we'll start with Valkyrie, and then we'll pick Miner and Bandit next time. Neither Miner or Bandit are air cards, though, so we're still going to need an answer to air. So if I pick Miner and Bandit for the next two, what are we gonna have for? I mean, Baby Dragon I think is one of the Baby Dragon and Rascals, or I guess Goblin Hut as well. We should probably take Flying Machine. All right, we'll take Miner and Flying Machine, and then okay, he took Goblins, but maybe the Goblin Hut would be good to kind of take care of the Spirit Empress and the Boss Bandit, I guess. Jake says to use Fisherman. You know, I don't know. You know what? I'll pick Fisherman just because he suggested it. I really don't know how good it's gonna be in this deck, but we can make do with it. Last card. I guess we'll take Furnace. You said to take Furnace. Yeah, he's gonna take Balloon, and there's. Yep, we're up against a Lumber Lunar. If he has both in hand, he's definitely just gonna spam it at the bridge first play. So we have to be ready for that, but it looks like he's not going to. All right, we did take furnace for the last one, so we have kind of a. You know what? We'll take Goblin Hut for this. Actually, no, we'll do Flying Machine just because we have Goblin Hut for the balloon, and this will do a fine job at taking care of the Spirit Empress. All right, he definitely has. Okay, he definitely has a lumberjack and balloon in hand, so we have to be ready for that play. We'll miner as well, just to. Okay. I think we need to bowler, and then he's gonna go balloon with this, so we have to go Goblin Hut. And this should be a fine defense, I hope. Never mind. Never mind. It still gets a hit. Alright. And Spirit Empress is going to get a hit as well, which is not ideal. Alright, here comes the fisherman. I guess we'll kind of use him as a tank for the flying machine, and that miner is not going to get almost any damage. Maybe we could get a bowler lineup with the tower? And we're not going to. With the flying machine there, this shouldn't. Okay. This is rough. This is where it ends for us. I don't think there's any coming back from this. Yeah. Oh, what the? I didn't mean to turn it off. That's all right. All right. Definitely should have drafted more air cards in that deck. We're on a little bit of a. Jake says Fisherman's terrible, but he wanted a challenge. Yeah, that was a challenge. That was a challenge for sure. We honestly will take Lightning. I think that's the only big spell on the board. So we'll take that, and then all right. I was gonna take Zap for the small spell, but he chose it instead. So. Alright, choices. Even though he has Zap, we'll take that. Any suggestions for cards that we should choose? You know, Phoenix would probably not be bad. We could do kind of a. We could pick an air focused deck. Maybe we could go. We could go like Hunter Balloon. Just because we have a lot of air cards, and I think the only one left is Bats. So we don't have a single ground card though. So we're gonna take Valkyrie just for our ground unit, and then I think for the yeah, we're gonna need a ground unit for the E-Barbs. Last pick, I think we'll take Balloon. just because we should be able to rage the spear goblins. We can lightning the Inferno Tower to reset it, and if he does go with bats or something, those are also a rageable card. So we'll go with that, and he does go with bats. So, all right, this is gonna be the next Ewiz. That actually probably would have been a good answer, honestly, because he does have Inferno Tower, so that would be good to reset it. I probably could have taken that, and that would have been a good pick as well. Alright, I don't hate how this one is starting. He has Zap, so we have to like try and split up our troops a little bit. And we're still going to take a couple hits. I think we might have only taken 1 or 2 hits, so that's not terrible. That could have been much worse. And I think we'll go... Honestly, this is a little bit of a weird play, but we'll go Balloon in the back, just so that we can get back to our lightning in time for the Inferno Tower. Except now we don't have the elixir for it. All right, we're still about even in damage, so okay. All right, I love this game. Honestly, we'll go with Balloon over here, and then we'll just lightning everything once it gets far enough in. Okay. A little bit too late there. Alright, I don't think we have enough time to do any damage. That was kind of a poor draft. That was kind of a poor draft by me. It didn't draft anything other than Valkyrie, really, for the E-Barbs, because the skeleton army just got zapped away instantly. And now we're kind of back to where we started. We're back at 1560 medals or trophies, so not a great start so far overall. And he's gonna pick Boss Bandit first play, so I think we may go with Goblin Hut if he leaves it on the board. And maybe we could go with something. We could go with something to kind of bait out a rocket, maybe. Like maybe we could pick Sparky or Wizard, so that hopefully he picks Rocket, because that's the only big spell on the board. And maybe we could deflect it with the monk. So I think we will take Sparky, and hopefully he picks Rocket so that we can aim for a rocket deflection in this video. Seems like he's debating. He like knows he should pick Rocket, but on the other hand he sees the monk. So we'll go with that. And he's gonna take wizard, so maybe I guess we'll take, I guess, minor, and maybe our last couple are, maybe we go skeleton barrel and maybe even regular goblin barrel, and we have kind of a bait deck. And there's the rocket, so hopefully we can, you know what, I think we will go with a regular goblin barrel just to hopefully make him pick snowball or something for the last pick instead of an actual win condition like a giant or something. So hopefully he picks. All right, and he'll pick zap. So the goal for this video is to get a rocket deflection. That would be, you went to take your order. Are you getting food right now? How do I console my girlfriend? She just got cheated on. Yeah, that's a tough one. I would say the good news is that you don't need to console her. You get a new girlfriend. That is the solution. You don't bother dealing with her. You just replace her. Obviously a joke. Don't do that. I'm realizing we should probably start throwing more of our barrels at his tower, because this is a pressure deck, so we should probably pressure. And we should just be able to go with low goblins for this. Never mind. Alright, I think minor saved us there. We're still down a little bit in damage, but I don't know. I think we might have got caught a little bit off guard there, so should be all right. We might try to. You know what? We're actually going to Sparky up here, just so he can't rocket that and the tower. So it's like if he wants to rocket that, he can. But and we shouldn't have to answer the fisherman, so we can just throw a barrel at his tower as soon as the wizard is gone. And now we'll go with the Sparky in the back. We know he's gonna rocket it, so we'll go monk. Okay, I probably went monk a little too early there. Oh, he's gonna throw it behind. Alright, that's a good play by him. I just realized we have like all the barrels in the game. We have a bard barrel, skeleton barrel, and a goblin barrel. So we have all the barrels. I think we might have to minor on defense here. Oh, the boss bandit nearly charged on the tower, and he's gonna try and rocket. So we'll just deflect to tank a little bit longer. for the goblin barrel. What was that monk? I don't know. That monk was trying to deflect the rocket, but I played him too high, so of course he did not. I think as long as we keep spamming him, we should eventually break through, right? We only need a few hundred damage left. And he's gonna rocket the hut. Alright, we're barely gonna win that. He's gonna yawn. You know they're hurting inside when they throw an emote out after they lose. Alright. We will start with... Honestly, we'll start with the fireball. Yeah, GG's. That was a good game. It was a little bit stressful there at the end, but we ended up just surviving. And you know what? We'll take Goblin Gang as well. Maybe we could get some kind of maybe we could get some kind of Prince bait deck going. We could get guess that changes things a little bit. We'll go with an E-Spirit as well, just to clear out the skeletons. And the witch is gonna spawn. Royal Delivery, yeah, that's a good pick as well. And he's gonna pick Mega Knight, so good for him. Royal Delivery, and then we'll still take Prince just because right now our only real card for the Mega Knight is the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And if it just gets distracted by a couple of skeletons, then I don't know what to pick for the last one. Maybe we'll go with Bomb Tower. Even though we don't have a real proper win condition here, our defense should at least be good. We might have to fireball the goblin barrels though, just because we don't have another small spell, so we might have to use the fireballs. You know what? I know I said I was going to use it defensively, but as soon as I see that by the tower, we're just going to fireball that, and I guess use the Goblin Gang for defense against the barrels. Alright, we'll just go with a Prince and then an E-Spirit for this. Go Prince Killer! Alright. You made a good call there on the delivery. I definitely delivered way too early there. How is the witch still going? That's alright. And then we'll go with an E-Spirit as well, just because he'll probably go bats to defend. Alright. And he is going to activate King, which is not fun for us, and we're going to have to use this defensively, and we don't have any elixir. So we're going to have to spam this as soon as we can. And alright. Tom, thanks for dropping in. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Oh, terrible E-Spirit. Hopefully the delivery lands in time. Okay, landed just in time. We haven't gotten a lot of damage on his tower yet, though. So, the games are going okay. I think I've lost about as many as I've won. So, and I think overall we are down a little bit from where we started. We were up, I think, right near 1700 for a little while, and then we ended up falling back down. So, the games, they could be going better. They could definitely be going better. But there's no excuses for that. That's just me not playing well. That's the only excuse for the games not going well. Uh, Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom, for the well wishes. Um, and good luck with whatever you're doing. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day as well. Hopefully the E-Spirit can keep. Okay, the Spirit Empress is alive on almost no health. I guess it's not gonna matter. It's gonna die anyway. I guess this is why you always draft a win condition, because we didn't, and we are now paying the price of it. Yeah, we're not breaking through with anything. We don't have anything to get damage, so he's just kind of able to. He's just kind of able to stop us easily, and that delivery is going to be way too late. But thankfully, bomb tower is going to save us there. You think I am playing great? Well, thank you, but maybe I'm playing fine, but I'm not drafting fine. Didn't draft anything to get damage on his tower, so we got a total of 500 damage the whole game, and I think a lot of those were from fireballs. So maybe I'm playing fine. I just need better. Yeah, I think I do tend to overspend on defense. Um, yeah, I think those are a couple things I need to do better. I need to draft a win condition and probably a more balanced deck, and then I also need to learn to let things go instead of spending every penny of elixir I have to defend. Dark Goggins again. Alright, we'll take Dark Goblin, and we'll take Fireball as well, just as our spell. And he's gonna take the thing that we were gonna pick next. So he's gonna have cannon. I mean, we could draft, a hog EQ deck, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. We already have Fireball, so we're not gonna get Earthquake as well. You and Jake have to go. Alrighty. Thank you for joining, Lauren and Jake. Hopefully you guys have a good wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, going to the gym or something. Are you taking Jake to a yoga class? Um, Honestly, well, this is risky, but there's no big spells on the board, so we will take that. All right, he's gonna take Void. I guess we can always kind of deflect that with. Um, I didn't pick in time there. It's gonna give us archers. We already have two ranged units, so I mean the Three Musketeers should get. He does have Golden Knight for the Three Musketeers, so but he can't Golden Knight on everything. If we split him in the back and then kind of protect with Void, then we might do all right. I think our best answer for this is no win condition. I thought Three Musketeers was considered a, maybe it's not considered a win condition, but I thought they were. I thought they were considered. I thought Three Musketeers were sometimes considered one, but maybe not. I think that they also decreased the Golden Knight's cooldown, right? It used to be 8 seconds between cooldown, and now it's 12. So we could kind of afford to go archers there with him not getting the cooldown again. I don't think that should charge. Okay. And now we'll go with our Three Musketeers. And I don't think we'll actually have enough for guards if he voids. Okay, now we will. So we'll try to protect these as much as we can. And there's still one on the other end, so I wish we had enough for Knight to be able to tank, but I don't think we are. But that one Musketeer is still going to get a lot of damage, so I guess we don't have a. Maybe we don't have a super solid win condition, but Three Musketeers should still get some damage. And maybe we go with a. Okay, we're not going to go with that. We will Fireball the Executioner, though. Don't know what that void was. I will try to protect these a little bit. All right. Executioner is still gonna splash everything, but the Golden Knight's not gonna dash. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still don't know if, like, I've heard some people say Three Musketeers are considered a win condition. I've heard others say no. So I guess it depends on. I guess it depends on who you ask, but. Hopefully we can get a Knight down in time, and we do. So Three Musketeers should do good there. And then let's see if we can get like a. We'll try to line this one up with a. Try to line this up with the tower to get maybe just a couple shots there. Three Musketeers are just an annoying. They're just an annoying card if you don't have a big spell. So that's. I mean, our deck is pretty heavy, but that is why I picked them. Is just because if you don't have a big spell, they just kind of sit there and you know, they're just a nuisance. Couldn't get the Knight down in time. It would have been nice to have a Knight tank for that Musketeer, but it's all right. This guy just doesn't know what to do. He's shrugging, doesn't know how to break through, and if I had his deck, I wouldn't know how to break through either. So probably not the greatest guards, but that's all right. We should still have this game firmly under control. I think we just need to fireball once more, or just get any damage. All right, we're finally going to turn things around. We're finally going to win a game, which is good. I think we were on a 3 or 4 game losing streak, so nice to finally win one. Let's see what else. All right, this is the selection we have. So if you guys want to input on what I should select, because I haven't been drafting great. Thanks, Fenrir. I haven't been drafting great this stream, so if you guys want to have any input on what I choose, I will definitely listen to you guys, because a lot of you guys have probably played Clash Royale for longer than I have. Bowler. Alright, we'll pick Bowler. Maybe we could... I mean, Mother Witch is on the board, but maybe Graveyard wouldn't be a bad pick. I mean, maybe not into a Valkyrie, but Knight and Bowler and Bard Barrel, I guess, are all... They're all good tanks for the Graveyard, so maybe... We'll take Vines as well, just so that we have a spell. Minor Earthquake and then all defensive cards. That might be a good strategy. I guess we'll go. We'll pick Minor for our next one. And then as far as defensive cards, probably Royal Delivery. Yeah, Royal Delivery is going to be Royal Delivery's okay. He read our mind. He picked it. Maybe we go. You said Earthquake, so we'll pick Earthquake. And then as far as another defensive card, what do we go with? Like a cannon card or a musketeer? I guess we'll go musketeer. What should we have for our last one? I mean, Minor is technically a win condition, but he has skeletons, so he will be able to kind of block him with that, and that's not good. Do we pick Rocket just for the Archer Queen? I meant to pick Rocket. It's gonna give us Little Prince. This is gonna be a rough game. Always take 2 cards which give guaranteed damage. Okay. All right, that's a good strategy by Mo Light. Just pick a couple cards that get guaranteed damage and then go all out defense. That's probably a good way to go about it. I meant to pick Rocket, but it gave us Little Prince for the last one, so we're gonna have to make do with him. Right now, Minor is our only way of guaranteed damage, pretty much. So might as well we'll start spamming him now, because we kind of need to start getting damage. Oh no. This is This is not good. Minor vines for the win. I suppose that's the strategy. He's just gonna go Valkyrie on that, so there's no point in going Knight as well. This is gonna be a tough game.
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
Honestly, we'll Vines the Archer Queen just for the damage. And Little Prince actually locked on the tower, so we're gonna get a little bit lucky there. Hopefully the bowler splashes the Archer Queen enough so that we can just bar barrel and win. Or not bar barrel and win, bar barrel and kill it, and it looks like we do. Little Prince ability. Alright. I'm going to take minimal damage there, which is good. Honestly, we'll just use this as ability. We'll just Vines this to hopefully negate the ability, but he's not even going to use it. We should keep minoring his tower, just because that's how we're going to get damage. Keep spamming the bridge. Alright, Bowler's going to get a couple shots. And how did we get up to, how did that get 27 damage? How did we get damage? I looked at the tower and it was at like 900. And then I like look away for 1 second and I look back and it's at 27. How did that happen? I didn't even pay attention to what was going on. Was that just the bowler that was splashing? What, bowler's on the tower? Oh, Musketeer and bowler. Musketeer came in clutch. That was. I honestly, I did not think that we were gonna win that. Honestly, that was just luck. I did not plan for that to happen. So I'm not gonna complain though. All right, we'll start off with Fireball. That's once again looks like the only big spell here, really. It looks like he's just going for full swarm, so we'll take Bomb Tower, and then we'll take Bomb Tower and Mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay, it looks like he's just building a complete swarm deck. So honestly, should we take Wizard here? Just because there's no... We'll take Bowler first, but maybe Wizard would be... Yeah, Bowler, that's a good call. We could maybe even take... Yeah, maybe Wizard wouldn't be a... Maybe Wizard wouldn't be a bad choice either, just because maybe we have enough splash from the Bowler already. And he's gonna go Graveyard. So... What answers to Graveyard are here? I guess Ice Whiz is not bad for clearing out a couple skeletons that accumulate. How are we going to get damage though? We need like Wall Breakers. What should our win condition be? Because I don't think Wall Breakers is enough of a guaranteed source of damage. I don't know that I'm going to see your message in time. There's only 4 seconds left. I guess we'll take Battle Ram just because we have Bowler, so maybe we can make do Oh yeah, spear goblins. Spear goblins would be good for graveyard as well. I thought that was gonna pull it. Clearly, I need to work on my placements a little bit. We'll go with a battle ram behind, just because we have a tank in the bowler, and we're gonna log that just for the goblins. Battle ram is not gonna connect, but I think we got what, one barbarian hit. Oh, this is all right. We can just go ice wizard for this. All right, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this draft. I guess we'll only find out by playing, seeing how it is. I think we'll have to go with a bowler as well, just for the musketeer, and that's not bad. We do defend, and we'll actually go with these as well. I probably should have logged for the goblins, but we don't even need to. They're both going to connect. Bowler is going to be on the tower, and he's calling out the good game. I don't know if it is good game though. It feels like good game, but on the other hand, with these graveyard decks, sometimes all it takes is one good push. Don't go all in on defense. All right, I guess I'll try attacking a little bit more, but I mean, now we can kind of defend, right? Because we've taken a tower. So now we can lock in for defense, or should we still try and we'll just no, I don't even think we need the log. All right. This is pretty good. I mean, unless we severely choke, I don't think he should get 2,000 damage in 20 seconds. All right. That's going to be another good win. I think that's a few in a row. All right. We went on a little winning streak after a little bit of a losing streak. Honestly, the goal for this video is going to be to end once we get past 1700. We've been going for almost. I never believe how long these streams are, because it doesn't feel. It says we've been going for almost 3 hours, but it doesn't feel like it's been 3 hours. It feels like it's been maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. Time seems to pass quickly when I'm streaming, which is good. I guess that's a good sign that I'm enjoying it, because typically time passes when you're doing something enjoyable. I think we'll take lightning as well, just for the Inferno Dragon, and then what should we pick next? Maybe Baby Dragon for more area defense as well. I think as of right now, I believe we are 2 games away from 1700. So we'll try to play until we get past 1700, and then we'll consider that a win. Because I think we started at 1590 or 1560 or something like that. So honestly, I would be happy getting past 1700. Time does fly when you're having fun, so that's good. I guess we'll take Zappies as well. This is kind of an expensive deck. Maybe we should take We should probably take a small spell, right? But there's not really any left. So honestly, we'll take Witch. And maybe we go with like a Goblin Giant or something? I mean, we don't have... Alright, I think that answers that question. I think we need to... We can't really pick a Barb Hut either. I think we need to pick... Miner, maybe? Honestly, we could have picked Three Musketeers as well, just because he didn't have a big spell, but he had Golden Knight and Mega Knight, and our deck was already so expensive that it seems like we had to pick something a little bit cheaper. But yeah, our deck is incredibly heavy. You can see how long everything's taking to load. Yeah, this guy's the mid-ladder final boss using Mega Knight. And Bowler should get hopefully one more. Okay, this is going to be a little bit weird. Zappy, save me here. Alright. This is pretty good. We have... Somehow he got... How did he get 500 damage on my tower? I guess I wasn't paying attention to how... How did he get 500? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention, so I don't know. I don't know how he got that much damage on our tower, and hopefully... Okay. Dark Prince is going to charge on no health, so now he's taken another 500 damage. I guess it must have been the Goblin Gang that he played at the bridge that got all that damage. We'll just go Witch behind. Honestly, he's probably just going to Mega Knight. Yeah, I was going to say, I know these kinds of players. They're just going to Mega Knight on top of everything as soon as it crosses. It's like, oh, you put in a bunch of elixir to making this push? Not anymore. But Golden Knight is not going to charge, thankfully, on the Witch, so we should be able to let all that go. And we need to keep spamming. I think we're going to have to maybe minor lightning cycle him, just because I don't know how else we're going to get damage. And honestly, that is... I'll take that. As long as there is an Inferno Dragon by the tower, we'll do that to pretty much kill it. We also have Baby Dragon for the Barb Hut, so this is not bad. We'll try to take out the Wizard with a Miner, and we do. It's also going to get a bit of chip as well. Ooh, Bowler's going to line up with the Barbs behind as well. We're still losing, but you know it's much more of a fight now. We're actually in this. Oh, I didn't even consider that the Miner was not even gonna. It was just gonna hit the Barb Hut behind. We'll lightning that. This is a little bit scary, but we have Bowler, so we should be able to defend anything. And this is actually kind of a nail biter. We're like 60 damage apart. I think we can pretty much rely on Cannon Cart here. And then Zappies just to reset that. This is slightly scary, but I think we can still defend, so we will keep throwing miners at his tower. And if he plays a wizard, we'll lightning all that. Nice, nice. How's it going, living? How are you? Currently fighting for my life right now against against the mid ladder final boss, against Golden Knight, Mega Knight Wizard, and it looks like we're just gonna be able to hold on to a win. Just found me. Nice, just found me on YouTube. Hopefully I don't disappoint. Hopefully that's good to hear though. That's good to hear. Do you also, I'm guessing you also play Clash Royale a bit? I know there's some people that watch Clash Royale but don't necessarily play. That was me for a while. Like there was a time when I just watched Clash Royale content but didn't actually play. So do you play the game? Do you mostly watch the game? Also, Snap, he did end up picking poison, so unfortunately we cannot pick that as our we can't pick our favorite card, but that's all right. We'll take arrows instead. What card should I choose here? You've been pretty reliable as far as knowing what to draft. So, what do you think? You don't actually play Clash Royale? That's all right. You definitely don't have to. I was exactly the same for a little while. I liked watching Clash Royale, but I didn't actually have it downloaded because it is a little bit of a. I mean, it is an addicting game. It is kind of designed to pull you in. So maybe it's nice just watching it, being able to enjoy it, but not actually. You know what? I was gonna pick Furnace. I think we still will, but we'll take Lightning as well, just for the Archer Queen, and then Furnace also. I used to play 7 years ago. I've heard that was the golden era. That was like the peak time to be playing Clash Royale was when it was years ago, when it was simpler. I think we'll take. Honestly, I was considering Mighty Miner for the Mega Knight, but because he has Zap, we'll take regular Knight. Knight for Mega Gay. I'm glad you agree that it is Mega Gay as well. I think for the last card, do we? I mean, he doesn't have a building. Do we go Hog Rider? I think we do. I think we go Hog just so that we have a good way of getting damage. I was thinking maybe we go Lumberjack just because we might have needed another small tank, but I guess we have Skeleton Barrel, but I don't know how reliable of a win condition that is. Flying Machine is still gonna get a shot. Hopefully Hog can give us at least. Why did I say he didn't have a building? I just completely looked past. I completely looked past the Goblin Cage for some reason. We'll go with a low Furnace to hopefully help out against everything. This seems to happen every time. Like I think they don't have a certain card. Like I'll be like, oh, they don't have a they don't have a building, or they don't have a big spell, and then I just completely look past it. Like there was once where I drafted I think I drafted 3 Musketeers. Honestly, are we gonna have to kite this with a Mega Knight? This is kind of a sketchy defense. Okay, all right. There was once where I drafted 3 Musketeers because I didn't think they had a big spell, and I didn't even see that they had either Lightning or Rocket. Um, Living, I do make long form videos as well. That's actually what I primarily did, and I only started streaming somewhat recently. I only started streaming like really consistently maybe a week ago, but for several months beforehand, I only made long form videos like 8 to 12 minute, sometimes a little bit longer Clash Royale content and challenges. So I do make longer form videos as well. Um, I enjoy doing both. I enjoy streaming and making longer videos. So if you have any ideas for an upcoming video, any like new challenges to try out, that's typically what I do. And I think as long as you know what, we're gonna lightning the Archer Queen. And Hog did not get a hit. I think if Hog got even one hit, we would have been able to lightning and win the game, but he's not going to, so we're going to go with this to hopefully protect. And as long as we get even like a lick of damage, you know what, I'm doing lightning on that just because the flying machine is there. And as long as we can take that off the map, I am totally fine with that. Might be a little bit of an over. Please, recruit, go back. Oh, that is such a devastating way to lose. I knew I should have played the knight lower. All right, that was another misplay by me. I had a feeling the spear goblins were not going to be enough, but I guess we'll start with. We'll start with Fireball. Yeah, that was close. I think we were. I think the tower was in lightning range. I don't know if we had it in cycle or whatnot. And even if we did, I don't think we would have had the elixir for it. But I think lightning did. I think lightning does 286, and I think his tower was at 281. So if we could have just survived for a tiny bit longer, we could have lightninged and won the game. But you would squash Josh, like in a game of Clash, or like in real life, you would squash me. In Clash Royale, probably. I haven't been playing for super long, so I'm not fantastic at the game, but you know, I do my best. Guess we'll just pick this and then probably Knight as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I know now what you mean. Now that you said it like that. What should our win condition be? It's still. I mean, we could take Tesla for a building, and then maybe if we have I mean, maybe we could take Balloon for the next card. He does have minions, but I should do what Sweaty Clash does. He puts his cards below his face cam. Yeah, I have seen that format. I mean, if that's what you guys want to see, then maybe we can do that format. I think there were like 2 videos I uploaded a long time ago that had that format where it was the cards below the face. So I did do that for a time, and then I ended up switching it up. But I do have Discord. I don't have my own like server or anything, but I do have a Discord account. So Alright. We have mini P.E.K.K.A for this, so I'm hoping this will be enough. And then we have Knight just as a backup, I guess. I didn't even see that he drafted Balloon. Yeah, we're in actually a good bit of trouble here. Honestly, we're just gonna let that take our tower. We probably could have fireballed, but what keeps flashing across the screen? Is that coming across? Like, I don't know. I've seen some flashes on my side. I have no idea what that is. It might just be the only kind of new thing I'm trying out is I'm trying out streaming on Twitch, which I haven't done previously. At first, I was only streaming. Oh, Knight, where are you going? At first, I was only streaming on YouTube, but I added the Twitch and I started streaming on there just to kind of see how it would go. So that's the only new thing I've tried. I don't know if it's something about streaming to more than one platform, like having multi-stream that's causing it to glitch. But that's the only new thing I've tried. It hasn't been glitching for any previous streams. Seems like it's only been recently. So that, I don't know, that might have something to do with it. Should play a ranked match with the main deck. All right, I can do that. I can play a ranked match with the deck I normally use. There's nothing too special about it, but I guess I'll do that after this. I guess I'll play a ranked match after this matchup. How do you add me? I guess I can add. There's got to be a way to, I don't know, put a link somehow. Maybe I'll put a link. I guess I'll put it at the end of my YouTube description or something, or the bio, whatever it's called. So I guess you can find it there. I'll put the friend link or whatever there. Ranked. Alright, this is the deck I normally use. I probably would switch it up and play something else, but this is the only one that has the good enough card levels to actually play a ranked game. And so I don't know. I think the only other cards that are even close to maxed are, I think recruits might be maxed, like recruits are, Expo, Dark Goblin, Mortar, but I don't know. I like Expo is max, but Tesla's 13, and I think the Knight is level 12, and Archers are down there. So it's this is kind of the deck I play just because it's the only one that has sufficient card levels to play, and I don't really want to give Supercell any more of my money to get cards and level them up. So that's why I haven't. That's why I haven't really switched this deck for a while. But we'll play a game regardless. Just collect a couple more things, and then we'll jump into a ranked match with it. I think this was a deck. This Golem deck was really good. A couple of seasons ago. There were quite a few people that were using it that were doing really well with it. I don't know how good it is. I think it's been okay. It's been kind of okay in this season. But the Baby Dragon obviously got nerfed. I think Mini P.E.K.K.A just recently got a small nerf as well. So, and looks like we're up against Logbait, which means he might have Inferno Tower, which would be a bit rough to get through with a Golem, but thanks, Livin. I appreciate that. You seem like a very nice, wonderful person as well. So, um, yeah, I really appreciate that. That means a lot. And this is turns out. Please don't. Okay, it's gonna get a hit. This is not log bait, which is, I guess, good for us. It means that he might not have an Inferno Tower, so we might not have to get through that. But he does have Mini P.E.K.K.A, which is also a good answer to Golem. So yeah, this is some kind of weird log bait deck with Princess and Goblin Barrel. Really, the strategy with this deck I found is just you defend with your, you just defend, you survive till double elixir, and you build up a push. I think that's kind of the strategy with. I think that's kind of the strategy with any Golem deck. You just kind of survive until double elixir, and then you use the speed from the baby dragon. You use the evil furnace to build up a push. And now we have, I think we have both evos, and so once we kind of get to, also because his Dark Goblin's underleveled, I guess we don't even, the Bard Barrel just kills it by rolling over it when it normally wouldn't. But I guess we should probably save it for the barrel. So now that it's in double, he has Princess in hand, which is kind of what he can use to pressure, but we'll go Golem now. And then if he does go with Princess, we'll just... That's not good. We'll kind of go with a Mini P.E.K.K.A behind to kill that. And then we'll go with a Baby Dragon now. And then Vines that immediately. Mini P.E.K.K.A is pretty much, looks like, on the tower. And I thought I leveled it up there, but we can level it up now to level 20. And that's kind of how you use this deck. Even with P.E.K.K.A, which is a bit annoying to get through with Golem, just because it's... just because it's the... I think it's pretty much the highest damage dealing card. That's kind of how you use it. We might as well play another one while we're here. You sent a friend request? Alright, can you just... I guess... If there's a way to look up or find people by their username, then I guess my username there is, I think it's the same as... I think it's just Josh Squash, so... I'll go on and approve that. Thank you. That did feel like a good game. This match, I don't know about this one. We do have a decent amount of splash though with the baby dragon and the furnace, so I don't know. We should do okay. And he also has Dagger Duchess, which is a good thing, because typically when the daggers run out, it doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. So if the Golem is just tanking and using up all the daggers, it's typically good. We're not running like a bait deck, which I think is what Dagger Duchess does well against. And I think we'll just wait till this furnace gets a little bit... You know what? I think we'll Vines this. Just probably should have waited a second longer for the Dark Goblin, but that's alright. We have a spectator watching. He's doing the new Ice Golem. The new Ice Golem emote that you can... Pretty sure anyone can just get it for free at the store. That's how I got it anyway. So we'll go with this, and then we'll split our minions in the back as well, just to kind of help kill both lanes. And then we'll split guards as well. And that is not a bad defense. We do defend. I think we're gonna have to use our evil furnace here. And the Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to get a hit, And we don't... Do we have enough for Golem? I think we do. We're going to try to squeeze a Golem up front to get value out of the furnace. And now we'll go with the baby dragon. We'll kind of ignore the other lane. We'll Vines the Dart Goblin in the Tesla, just because normally I would Vines the tower, but because the tower wasn't really doing a lot of damage anyway. And we'll hit the emote. This looks like it'll be another win. Our opponent is clapping. So that's another good win. I think I did buy Mini P.E.K.K.A. I think I got him in the Clash Royale. I think that's pretty much the last time I spent any money in this game was for whatever season that was. I think that might have been 2 seasons ago when Mini P.E.K.K.A. was the hero in the pass, and I ended up buying the Clash Royale that season. So I think I did buy him, and then the other heroes, the Giant and the Musketeer, I unlocked through the hero fragment thing, and I still haven't unlocked the Knight yet. I still haven't got the hero Knight, so that's how I unlocked them. You know what? We're gonna try playing one more. We're gonna see if we can. If we win this game, I think we'll end the stream here. Just because I should probably get going and eat something. I haven't eaten anything today yet, so we'll try to end it on a win streak. Don't really know why I went minions when I had Mini P.E.K.K.A. in hand, but I'll try to focus for this last game. And we're up against Hog Firecracker. Honestly, I'm really grateful I'm playing this guy in ranked and not trophy road, because the level cap is at 15, whereas with ranked you can go up to level 16, and my vines are only level 15. I only have level 15 vines, and a lot of times when I play Hog Firecracker, I go up against level 16 Firecracker, and level 15 vines don't kill it. So usually whenever I see Hog Firecracker, I have, I don't know, that PTSD is not the right word, but it's like I just don't like seeing Hog Firecracker or a Mega Knight, just because I'm very used to playing it in ranked mode where my vines are not a high enough level to kill it, and so I don't know. It's good that I'm playing this in ranked mode and not trophy road. You know what? We'll level that up. Okay, I was hoping that would get a hit. Yeah, I'm not happy about that either. You know what? This is a lot of elixir, but we're gonna vines just to not take too much damage. Want to hop on a call after the stream? We could. Yeah, I mean, I probably go make something to eat, and then I don't know, might be back on Clash after that. So maybe we could. I don't know. Maybe we could play a game if you wanted, or you wanted to play a game on Clash, or just hop on a call. Hold on. Oh, please don't get on my tower. We're gonna bar barrel that anyway, and they're still on my tower. Okay. Had a mini heart attack there. We're kind of. He has Hog Rider right now, so he's just gonna. We're gonna go with a Golem. He's gonna go with his Hog, so we'll just bar barrel and vines it just to kind of preserve our tower there. And then now we can go with this. I don't think this normally has a big spell in it. At least I hope not. We do have to get back to our vines though. No. We have to get back to our vines to kill the Firecracker and vines the tower. And that should be another good game, and it is. So I think we're going to end the stream there. We're going to end it on a win against Mega Knight, Hog Rider, Firecracker. yeah, I think we're gonna end it there. We've been going for a little over 3 hours. Um, Gonna go get a meal, go get something to eat. Um, but yeah, I'll accept. Well, I usually have notifications turned off during streams just because I think the phone and the iPad are like linked somehow. So I typically mute both just so that notifications aren't coming up on the stream. So I'll turn notifications back on and accept your friend request, and then if you wanted, um, we could hop on a call after that. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day. Really grateful for everyone that tuned in. Snap, Fenrir, you guys have been here for a while. Livin, it's great to have you here for the first time. And we should be back streaming tomorrow, just because I'm gonna try to stream every day, and I might stream just on YouTube. That might solve the issue of like the flashing that's going on the screen. Just because that's the only new thing that I really changed for this stream. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll either be playing ranked or we'll be playing the Mega Draft League again. One of the two. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow if you're going to be in tomorrow's